Hey, what is going on, guys? It's BradPhusion here, and today I'm playing some more Space, and it is Survival. Welcome back. I've had a few days off this series, simply because I've had a few live things come up, mainly being around Monday, so I've had to get sleep. Normally I'm up late working on videos, but I had to actually get my sleeping in order for Monday, and then I'm back to doing this now. This is actually Wednesday night or something like that. Anyways, like I said, I'm back to the survival series. I haven't done much since I last was actually in this world, though my goal is now to actually make a large ship, and I do actually have a ship here already, but I'm not going to be using that one because I've actually ported that in. I'll show you that in a second. But a few of you guys have mentioned to me to change my gravity settings to a lower amount so I don't actually hurt myself that much from falling, so I kind of... Like, I know to do stuff like that. This is just normally I don't really consider it, I don't really think about it. So now if I fall from a certain height... Do I have anything on me? Not much. So if I fall from, say, like here, it probably wouldn't hurt me. Yes, it did. Normally that would actually hurt me. So like I said, in this episode, or in this next few episodes, I'm going to be focusing on building my ship. So I guess you guys want to see what the ship will actually look like when it's done. So this is the ship over here. This is what I'm going to be making. Now, I did port this in by copying and pasting it from my creator world, and the only reason why this is really here is simply just so I don't have to keep going back and forth between worlds, getting an idea of how it looks. Instead, I've just put it over here so I can go build it over there, and then I can actually delete this or fly it away when it's done. So I ended the ship. When I first showed you guys this design, I stopped at around about here. I cut off the actual front piece that it had, because the front piece actually looked really weird originally. I got rid of it and I just left it an open door. You guys didn't like that, and that was probably the worst part about the ship, how it looked rather silly having it there. So I've actually extended the front now, closed it off at the front. It's actually got a few reverse thrusters, and a lot of you guys actually said that you couldn't see where the original reverse thrusters were, and they were actually at the back here, underneath, like right here. That's where the two thrusters were. So anyways, I've actually redone the ship a little bit, at least just the front section. And now, to get inside the ship, you have to fly underneath and up through this little hole that will actually fit a small ship in. And once you're in here, you can land, dock, and do whatever you really need to do. So, right now I've got the ship turned off because I'm not going to be using it in this survival series at all. So I don't know why I thought that would be gravity. So yeah, I just left this powered off so I can just grab what I need. When I say grab what I need, I mean I will look at it, reference it occasionally when I'm actually building the large ship, because I can't remember this bit by bit, so I'm probably going to tear this one to pieces whilst I build a new one. And if I actually power this on, surprisingly, if I power this on, it has quite a while, and I should say that the reactors in the ship are actually empty, because I think when you copy it over, because in creative mode the reactors are actually empty themselves because it doesn't actually need any power source. So right now the ship is actually running straight off the solar panels, which is very interesting. So I can actually power this. Obviously the power usage goes up through the roof, but we won't. Actually, oh, I can't actually power it full. I can't actually move the ship. Huh. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, anything just exceeds the power capacity by miles, so I can't actually move the ship even if I wanted to. So I'll leave this here and I'll start building my own ship. And by the way, I did choose the name Excalibur because someone said Excalibur because I accidentally said the word sword in the video when I crashed into the ship. So that's what the ship is going to look like, and now let's start building it. I should have enough resources. I'm going to build it in here in this little laneway. So I'm going to get this little ship here, my little buddy. Going to move him out of the road. Wow. I'm going to have to move him out of the road for now. And let's start making a big ship. So what do I need initially? I think I need... let me go here, new large ship. I need steel plates, a lot of steel plates, which I don't have. So, where are ye steel plates? I think they're actually all inside the ship. I probably should actually focus on making a lot more steel plates right now, because I know I'm going to need a lot for this ship. So, oh, that sounds really weird. The refinery has a very interesting sound. Actually, I forgot to turn sound up for you guys. My mistake. There we go. You guys got some epic music going on here. And the game sounds perfect. So, that actually sounds really cool. This is now building... How many places I'm building? Not that much, really. I need thousands of steel plates to build. There we go. Good, you're going with that. And I think I can get you to do steel plates too. You have... yes. Okay, let's get all these steel plates going up in here. Good, 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 good. I'll take some of them off your hand right now. Thank you. That sound actually hurts my ears. And let me start building. Will I have enough room here? All I need to do is build the landing gear, and I can... oh wait, no, I don't even have to really finish building landing gear. I just have to put it here and start off. So let me... I love how you can just rotate it like that. It's really weird that you can, but it's nice that you can. So let's put that here. Let's get a few blocks coming in. Let's put that there. That there. Can I put one there? I can't? Oh right, because of the ship. I'm so silly. Let's put you there, and I could build you really low because I think the front part is quite short compared to the rest of the ship. I should probably build it out there, shouldn't I? It would be so much easier to build out there, wouldn't it? I'll build it out there. I was going to build in this tunnel because it would look kind of cool, but at the same time it'll be kind of silly if I did. So I'll just come out here and I'll build it. Yeah, just build it side by side. I know I could use that, but I don't want to cheat. I don't want to ruin this series by cheating in any way, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this 100% legitimately. This is going to be my goal. This is going to be the ship I'm going to make, and this is going to be my dream ship. So let's put this here. Put that on. Come there. It's very, very sketchy when a piece isn't actually done. To actually build off of it is really, really weird. So let's get the width of this ship going. How wide is it? I know it's wide enough to fit a ship in between with a little extra. So hang on, let me just fly over here and see how wide the ship actually is. So on the top right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought it was 5. Then you got the downsides there. Yeah, that makes sense. 5, and then the downside. And I'm going to go over here and do that, and this is going to be the start of my ship. I know this is... you guys probably want me to skip a lot of the building, and I apologize for that. I might skip it here and there when I do the non-interesting bits. Well, I guess you guys probably consider this to be not interesting. Some of you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. I can probably ramble on about talking about stuff. That. A question for you guys. When you guys are placing blocks and you have to rotate it, do you just spam the keys until you get it the way you want? Because that's what I do. I feel silly, like, because after all this time I played this game, I haven't bothered to really figure out the, like, it comes in time, but when I normally build, I normally don't really pay attention. I just spam it until it happens, or until it goes the way I want it to. You don't go down straight away, do you? No, you do not. You have this block, this cursed, weird, little chip off the old block piece. So you've got you there. You've got another bit of you. Yes, and you go out here as well, do you? I think you do. You should do. If I remember it correctly. You go out here, and then yeah, you've got to rotate around like that. It's the same on the side as well. So you've got this weird block, a little bit of you here. I might start... I was going to say I might start welding some of this soon. Just so it doesn't look so incomplete, because I don't want to get to the point where I'm not going to be able to weld some blocks because they are covered up by something, so I might actually have to start welding. So actually I'll do this for a while. I will probably skip ahead to well, when I've got a fair amount of the wireframing done. So I guess I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so I'm going to do a little update for you guys. I know it's only been like a second or so since I jump cutted from when I started building it, but this is my progress thus far. I want to show you guys like my progress here and there. Maybe not everything, but I know I'm going to need to do some mining, so I think I'll show you guys part of that as well. I haven't done any welding other than what I did to the front little teeny section here. I've actually welded most of this other than the actual engines themselves, and the rest of it has actually just been wireframe thus far. But I've got a majority of it done. The first part here, the front part is really simple because it was just simply putting in all these starting blocks. It was a fairly straightforward pattern. But now I'm coming to the section where the shape just goes all wonky and starts getting really complicated. which is basically this part here of the ship where it looks, where everything interacts and it gets larger and all the other stuff. Why do you not have sunlight? But they're all pointed directly at the sun, but they're not absorbing any of the sun. Maybe because it's turned off. I think because it's turned off, it's not absorbing any. But yeah, I'm basically up to this part here where it actually widens out a bit. It's just a little bit confusing because I can't tear this thing apart, and as you guys can see, I haven't touched this thing at all other than to fly inside here and have a look at the parts where I'm actually getting up to now, which is, like I said, this part here is what I'm actually up to building. Then I'm going to build this back here, and it's a little bit confusing because there's parts inside the walls that I can't really see. For example, like the underground part here with all the reactors in it, I can't see this when I'm building it unless I disassemble it and try and figure out where exactly everything is. But I might load up my creative world to have a look at that at some part in this building process. But right now I'm going to need a fair amount of iron because this project is going to require a lot of it. Currently I haven't used that much steel plates simply because I've just been starting the construction on the piece. I haven't actually put in any of the iron plates I've used yet, but each of these blocks here uses up 25, so easily I can see thousands upon thousands of steel plates needed to actually make this. So I'm going to go get some iron now, and I will talk to you guys as I go with that. I am thinking about doing a whole paint job, the whole white and orange yet again to my ship, which I think will give a nice look, and then I think once I get this ship done, I'll work on this station a little bit more and make it a little bit better. Now the reason why I come up here is because I want to actually mention something a little bit weird that's going on. I think this is maybe a bug, but having these things set up like this, having a refinery, assembler, and assembler, doesn't seem to work. I thought I bumped my ship. That was just when I look around. This doesn't seem to work all too well. For example, if you have the refinery putting some iron into this over here, and if you start building, it won't register the iron it contains in itself. It will only register the iron that is in this assembler. It's a very weird situation. I've actually had to drag the iron out of here, come over here, put the iron into this one, just so that one could build as well. So for whatever reason, that one drains its iron from this, and any iron stored in that doesn't seem to register at all. I'm not too sure what causes this or why this is actually a problem, but it is. So I'm going to start constructing a lot more iron here. This will go through the iron really quickly, and that is extremely loud. But now we will go iron farming, and I think I found a pretty decent spot. I think over here is where a lot of iron is, so I'm going to start mining here. I've noticed now the drill seems to be dropping a lot more iron than normal, or at least a lot more ore than normal. Normally when you mine with the ship, very little comes out. You see those little grey shards that fly out and they just disappear. That's normal, but to actually see those little iron blocks, that hasn't, I don't think that's always been there. I know a few people say that drills have a tendency to drop ore as well, but I've never seen it to this extent where it's constantly dropping pieces all over the place. And it seems a little bit weird to me. Maybe that was something in an update, maybe they've changed the way, or changed the amount that the drills actually collect. I'm not entirely too sure. But I am still collecting quite a fair amount here. There's tons of iron here. I don't think I'm going to run out of iron anytime soon, but I know I need... So when I say run out of iron, I mean I don't think I'm going to drain the asteroid dry before finishing the ship. I think I might have a few problems with some other ore that I need, but I don't think I'll ever come across a point where I won't have enough to actually finish off the ship. The main resource I'm going to be using here is actually iron. So let me check how much I've got. I've got 7k, 6k. Good. That's actually quite a fair amount. Oh, we were right here. Good. Lovely. Now let me go back over here and let me stick everything back inside the refinery here. Let me jump out. I turned it off at the wrong time. You should be okay, right? Land. Be a good ship. No, you're not going to be a good ship, are you? God damn it. I wanted to land it up like this, so I could jump out and grab what I needed from it like I normally do. There we go. We got you, and we'll get you. And there's still some left. That's no biggie. We'll stick you in here. You start refining. That's good, and we'll grab you, and we will start refining you as well. So now we have plenty of iron, and now I have to sadly get back to the, Oh, you didn't stop that. Okay, I thought that stopped for a second then. I think it did actually when I put that ore in. But now we've got plenty of that. We've got 1,000. What did that just? Did I somehow manage to somehow stop that at exactly 1,000? I think I did. Let me keep going here. Let me get so much more because we need a lot. And I don't think any resource is going to go. Oh, yeah, because I'm not actually using this refinery right now. So if I can turn this one off because I don't actually need it on right now. I don't even think it uses power if it's not actually refining stuff. But this assembler is actually doing its job rather well. So I can actually carry across quite a few of these with me. Oh, God, that is loud. Even with my headset turned on, I can still hear that. It's louder than everything else. But I'm just gonna load up the. I'm gonna load up my cell with all these steel plates here, and then I'll just go over and start continuing to do the wireframe with the ship. And then I might cut back again to when I've done a little bit more progress, and then I'll cut back to doing a little bit more progress, and so on like that. I don't want to spend too much time because I can't record all of it because that would just make it extremely boring, but then that means that the playtime to episode time would be a great difference. What I mean by that would be I'd probably, throughout this episode, that would maybe be 20 minutes for you guys, or 10, 15, 20 minutes for you guys, would be 2 hours for me just because I cut out that much of me actually doing stuff. And I don't really like that because I don't like playing games for too long because they give me headaches after a while. So I usually only play a game for like an hour or so, and then I'll do whatever else I do and then come back. But it shouldn't be a big deal. So basically I'm going to continue on this part here and try and get back as far as I can. I'll probably get back to about here, and then I'll continue the rest of it in the next episode, as well as doing a little bit more mining as well. This part here is just where it gets really complicated. I don't know if you guys realize, but these little this little patch here, I think I had the same patch on the bottom. This is actually for turrets. Now I don't actually have turrets on here because clearly turrets aren't working, but that if you wanted what that was actually for, those pads are actually for turrets. One thing I like about the ship is the X configuration that it seems to have, and it wasn't really intentional when I built it, but what I mean by the X is this line down there and the line down there, and actually looks like an X shape at the back. And along the side, yeah, it just has that look. And I actually like how that looks. It's really quite nice. At least to me it is. I know some of you guys like the ship, you just didn't like the original front of it. And hopefully this front here is a little bit better than the original. I call it Excalibur too, because not only did I mess up and said I crashed the sword into the ship, but just because it looks like a blade of a sword. If you'd have stared directly above it, it just kind of thins out like a sword would. But yeah, that's two reasons why it's called Excalibur. And now I have to sadly get back to building. Building is so tedious. I didn't realize how tedious having to, because like this flickers, and I don't like it when it flickers. The only reason why it flickers is because it can't find what I'm actually trying to look at. So because okay, let me put this out. These blocks aren't solid. They're not solid until they're completely welded. So right now in the state where I'm looking through this little gap here, this doesn't count as the block, however the little bars going along here do. And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish, even when the blocks aren't fully complete like they are right now, they were still solid. At least for this clicking, because like, right now I can't place a block right here, unless I'm looking at that line there on that part, or basically the metal bars. I can't place a block unless I'm looking at the metal bars, and then I can place it like that. And I don't like that, because the flickering, I don't know about you guys, but this flickering actually gives me a headache, and that's probably why I won't be building for too long per episode, because that flickering, it just gets to me, and I get a headache eventually. That's basically, it's probably me whining. But, I mean, it's whining for a good reason, I guess. So I'm going to stop here, I'm going to continue building, and I might resume once I get a little bit more progress done. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. And we are back yet again, so, I'm not even going to bother doing an introduction, as I kind of just basically pause it for you guys. So I was doing a bit more wireframing here, and I've actually done, because I said I was going to stop about here, and I've actually done, the near majority of the wireframing is actually done. A lot of the engines are in here as well, including all the reverse engines, and the ones at the front are all here. I haven't done any welding other than a little strip here. I've done like an extra line here of welding just to see how long it would take me, and that there took me about 3 minutes of welding just to do that one line. So having to go all the way along here would probably easily be 2-3 hours of just straight up welding, which is something I'm not going to look forward to. But I thought I'd ask you guys a question before I end this episode here, whether or not you guys actually want to see me doing any of the welding, or whether you want me to just do it all off camera and resume the next episode after the majority of the welding is actually done. So I still have to, because like I said, I've got all the side engines basically done here. The reason why I haven't done the rest is because I'm at this position where I'm kind of stuck trying to figure out how exactly everything's going to lay out, how everything is meant to be planned. Actually, this part here is actually kind of easy. I didn't think, cause it's basically a puzzle that you have to stick the pieces together, and it's a little bit tricky when I'm not trying to weld any of it, because oops, a bit too far there. Because I want to get all of this built first before I weld any of it, just to see how much space it takes up and how much actual iron I'm going to need. Because I've actually almost used up a whole 400 liters. I'm going to say liters because that's what it reads as. Almost used up a full inventory worth of steel plates just actually laying out the wireframe. If you guys look at my volume down the bottom, or even look at how much I have here, I've used up nearly 2,000 just placing these down. I don't even know how much it even takes up to place down a block. Let me actually see. I have 310. If I place that down, yeah, it uses up one steel plate per placement. So I've used up nearly over 1,000 blocks already just building this thing. Oh, nearly 2,000 actually. And so once I've finished off the edge here, I've just got to do the top sections, which shouldn't be too difficult. I wouldn't imagine it being too difficult. It's just got this weird confusing pattern all along here that I have to do, and then I got to straighten that out. And then do the end bit, and then I've basically just got to fill in the inside, which is a little bit weird because I know what the inside looks like. There's just the gaps between the inside. So the floor is basically going to be this level here, and if I turn my lights on just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, the floor is going to be here, but there's all this gap and all this space down below, and also above as well, that I don't know whether I should leave it empty just so it would be a little bit lighter. And I think I might actually do that because, like I said, there won't be that much empty space. It'll just be like along here would be empty because the floor would be a little bit there. And I think that's actually where the reactors are actually down in the floor somewhere here. I just need to figure out exactly where they are and just line that up and build all that in. So yes, in this episode I've actually accomplished a lot. It might be extremely short for you guys. I'm not too sure how short this episode would be because I did a lot of this stuff off camera. So it's been like an hour and a half or so for me. So I think I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to render this video. I'm going to put it up for you guys, and let me know if you guys want to see me doing a bit of the welding, or if you just want the next episode to start off with me having completed all the welding and just doing the inside parts. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome.